Okay. With this, again, another topic is your, one of your macronutrients naman, si protein. So, protein, you still remember, isang gram ng protein is equivalent to 4 calories. And the main source of your protein is like this following. So, fish, meat, beans. So, they are rich in your protein. So, ano ba yung function ni protein? So, it is in our screen, serve as your bodybuilding or body repair tissue, right? So, it will be through the amino acid, okay? It will release a new or repair a new tissue in case na nasamad mo, if there is trauma. Therefore, you need to encourage your patient to eat food rich in protein. Ano pa yung function ni protein? They are also protein, do some cell work. It doesn't mean your protein only for tissue repair and building your tissue, okay? So, mo lang yung trabaho. What else? They will help in such like, for example, in your immune system, which help in your developing your antibodies, imong WBC. What else? To maintain sa imong equilibrium or fluid and electrolyte balance. Kapag na-imbalance, matingala mo sa inyong pasyente, nalang siya ascites edema, kay baba na din protein yung pasyente. So protein, it will also help to maintain the electrolyte or fluid balance. So, there is classification of your protein. Tinatawag na itong according to their essentiality. So, that is your EAA or essential amino acid. So, this amino acid actually, they cannot be produced in our body. Therefore, kinahanglan ta mo kaon og foods which are a source of the protein. So, example, kining mga histidine, isoleucine. So, mo na sila example sa imong essential amino acid. Okay, I will not get into further na with that. So, that is the example. Commonly egg, mga soybeans. Okay. When we say SEAA, your semi-essential amino acid, there are partially spare essential amino acid, but they cannot totally replace sa mga EAA. Okay, for example, 4 lang sila, si tyrosine, cysteine, glycine, at saka cysteine. Yung si non-essential amino acid naman, so the body cannot make it for ourselves. So, heto yung 7, citrulline, aspartic acid, hydroxyglycine, norglycine, hydroxyproline, glutamic acid, at saka proline, alanine. So, these are called your non-essential amino acid. Okay. Based on according to the completeness of your amino acid content, so naputay ginatawag po nato ang complete protein. Kapag complete protein, mo ito silang mga essential amino acid. Pasabot class, tanan mga makinahanglan na nutrient is present in the EAA or essential amino acid, which all the nutrients na kailangan nato i-absorb sa atong body and also for the use in order to use in our body. So this will help in the growth and the maintenance of your life. So commonly si fish, si meat, etc. So may sila mga complete protein food. When we say partial complete, that is complete kulang letter E, complete protein can maintain life but cannot support the growth. As you observe, mas complete ang meat compared sa legume, but they are the same, rich in protein na mga pagkaon. So, that's it. and incomplete, so they cannot support life and growth. So, in case na ingani ang diet nimo no, na for example, gelatin agar-agar, na ingani mo, kana lang imong source of protein, so incomplete man siya, kulang talaga siya. Maybe the physician would give you protein mga supplements para lang jud ma-meet lang jud ang imuhang protein requirements according sa imuhang katong TER, imuhang calories in a day. So what else? The function of your protein. They are the fundamental task sa imuhang protein is to act as your enzymes, no? They are protein catalyst. This will help increase rate of all the chemical reaction within your cells. Next, regulate fluid and electrolyte balance. Ito yung sinasabi ko na they will be maintained equilibrium with the body requirements of the fluid and electrolyte. If there is problem with that, imbalance, so your patient may complain there is irregular heartbeat, kidney failure, muscular weakness, and the worst is fatal death. Okay. So, protein also serve as your transportation. For example, to transport your hemoglobin. Si hemoglobin, we know that is part of your blood, which is help to carries oxygen from the lungs going to your body cells. Next is lipoprotein. It's help to transport package of protein and lipid around the body. And the last is your albumin. It is responsible for transporting substances and drugs in the body. So acid-base balance, protein will serve as act as a vapor. So it prevents from like acidosis, alkalosis, no? Mag-change ang pH sa atoang body. So and also there is protein denaturation. So with this process, it is modifying the molecular structure of a protein. Okay, so there will be a denaturation kapag yung protein natin is structure is in a natural way. Okay, so medyo weak ang pagka-linkages niya, pag-link niya. So your patient will be complain like mga weakness, okay, because mayroon tayong kakulangan sa ating protein. So antibodies, okay, our protein also have a big role in developing the like antibodies, especially in the WBC. Okay, so hormone, same with the carbohydrates, di ba, si glucagon o si insulin, okay, si protein pods, okay, they will also act on hormones sa atong insulin o glucagon, okay, in order, no, the blood serve as blood messenger molecules. Some are katong mga proteins also present with that. Okay, what else? Growth and maintenance repair. Okay, kapag yung mga, for example, na trauma, na accident, VA atong pasyente, okay, para mas dali ma-renew or iyang tissue, our patient will be advised to eat rich in protein. To providing energy, glucose. If fats and carbohydrates fail to supply sufficient energy, heto, tutulong si carbohydrates and they will be less energy. Okay, so the overtime energy deprivation or starvation always incurs wasting of lean body tissue as well as the fat loss. So kapag dili enough si carbohydrates, dili pod enough si fats, so si protein, they will be our spare. Okay, to help us continue our energy support sa atong day by day activities. Okay, so do you have any familiar diseases if there is a problem with the protein? Sa itong mga diseases kaya? Anyone? Ano yung mga sakit natin? Sa lido? Can you give at least one disease if there is like deficiency of protein? Mr. Salido?
Ma'am, mag-iisip pa po ako, ma'am.
O, sige. Sa man imuhang kuan. Mga example kaya na kay kinaisip. Ito sabi marasmus. Okay, very good. Muscle atrophy. Okay, siguro muscle atrophy that will be a symptoms na no kapag dili ka nagkakaon og protein kay wala na may maghatag sa imo og like tissue repair, building edema. That's also, yes, that is also a symptom you will observe to your patient kapag nagababa imuhang protein level. Organ failure, cancer. Okay. No, grabe itong organ failure. I think that will be the end product no kapag wala na to be properly proper, there's poor prognosis. That yun na siya. Okay, fatty liver, naman ang fatty liver, but okay, siguro ang fatty liver also is a contributor ang protein sa iya ha, kaya nag-fatty liver ta kay atong ginakaon more on meat, they are rich in fats. And okay, fatigue is one of the symptoms. Okay, kwashiorkor or severe protein deficiency, yes, that is one of the disease. Yan po mag-shrink ang muscle. Okay. Thank you for your response. Okay. So, we will discuss no sa at least duha ka common ginatawag na to PEM, that is protein energy malnutrition, especially for the youngs. Okay. So, this problem of this you know, okay, with this problem, this can lead to a major death in children worldwide. Okay. Commonly, like especially in the poor country, mas prevalent dito sa Africa, etc. Hindi na ako isa-isa ko mga country. But common dito na sa Africa, South Africa na. Okay. So, as you can see in my picture, yung aning dagway sa ato ang marasmus. So, madali niyo ma-identify if your patient is having the marasmus or kwashiorkor. Ang marasmus class, mura siya tiguwang o dagway. Wala siya kafats-fats. Okay? So, infant less than 2 years old, pasabot aning marasmus class, especially like, for example, pagpanganak, pagbuntis pa lang sa iyang mama, upon conception pa lang, inadequate na ginahatag na nutrients sa iya, ha? Eh, maybe, no, walay kwarta, unsa ba? Kanang socio-economic status, or kanang kay kapag may kag marasmus overall naman gud lahat na talaga ng nutrients ang wala sa kanya. It doesn't mean protein na ang nawala sa kanya. Okay? Pwede naapil na si carbohydrates, si vitamins, minerals, wala jud sa iya, ha. Okay? Then, and as you observe, no, see, there is severe weight loss, muscle wasting, with fat loss, what you can makita. No growth is less than 60%. So, what you can makita na edema dira. No fatty liver, there is anxiety, apathy. Okay? It may cause a irreversible mental retardation of this kapag di mo ni siya i-resolve. Okay? So, ang dry ka iyang hair, mga langkat, kasi na malangkat yun, no? Mga tagak na iyang pupok. Okay? Okay, because wala na yung nutrients po iyang hair. So, ingani ang dagway sa ato ang marasmus. So, kapag mag-community mo class, daghan kayo mo ma-appreciate na kanilang mga bata na ingani ang cases. Next will be your kwashiorkor. Si kwashiorkor is older infants and young children 1 to 3 years old. So, ang problema lang dito is inadequate protein. So, mas arang-arang pagamay si kwashiorkor compare kay marasmus. Kay si marasmus, lahat naman ng nutrients yung inadequate sa kanya. Okay? Or deficiency. So, there is rapid onset acute PEM. So, pasabot, nahitabo siya, there is onset. So, nahitabo siya, like for example, karon. Okay? So, mangutana ka, prior to admission of your patient, anong naging-ani siya? Because, no, sa ilahang 3 days ago, nagsakit yung pasyente. So, walay kaon-kaon yung pasyente. What else? Maybe, na-famine sa inyong city. Wala dyan may pagkaon. So, nahitabo lang na siya na yung ato na nag-occur ang kwashiorkor. Di jud para sa marasmus nga, long effect jud siya, chronic jud siya. So, there is some weight loss. Makita pa nimo na yung muscle wasting. And there's growth is 60 to 80%. Tapos edema because of decreased protein. So, magkaroon ng edema, enlarged fatty liver. Okay? So, there is apathy. Okay? Irritable ang patient, loss of appetite. So, hair is dry, brittle. Ano pa? Skin developed lesion. So, ang trabaho man ni protein, di ba? They are preparing your tissue. So, since kulang kang protein, so, daghan yung samad-samad yung pasyente. Dugay maayo. So, that is your kwashiorkor. Okay. Then, the heart, okay? So, if you eat protein excessively, okay, the excessively intake of protein, your meat is high in saturated fat and known contributor. Okay, contributor which can be a good source of your saturated fat, diba? Ang imong mga meat and or mga bad cholesterol, okay? So, if you have excessive intake of that, so pwede siya mag-create of plaque which can cause your atherosclerosis and also mga heart diseases. Okay? The higher the intake of protein from the red meat, okay, the high fat product, they can cause greater risk of your heart attack. Okay? If protein from plants are used as substitute for meats, lowers the risk of dying from the heart disease. Okay, kumbaga, mas healthy pa ang protein na gikan jud sa what you call sa plants comparing daw to the kanang mga like mga red meat because red meat diba mga high fats man sila, mga high fat belong to the high fat meat. Okay? So mas lesser ang risk to have a heart problem. Kidney. Bakit na naman si kidney dito? Sabi dito, pag marami daw intake ng protein, increase daw ang urine output. Pag increase ang intake din ng protein, sige daw trabaho ang kidney. Because once you will intake your protein, mas marami yung kidney natin will be excrete the excess dapat urea, no? Nakaya niya. However, sa kadaghan mo gikaon na protein, then gikapoy na si kidney, sige trabaho, di na niya mapagawas ang imong hugaw, no? Katong ginatawag na itong urea. So, therefore, later on, maguba na itong kidney. If you have dialysis patient, less protein na ang ilahang food. Next is your adult bone loss. So, if there is increased protein intake, na do'y mahitabo, yes? Okay. So, if there is increased intake daw, so what will happen to the bone? Una, it will be increased urinary calcium excretion. So, pag mas daghan ka ma-excrete na calcium instead, no, which kinadepletes niya ang bone of calcium. So, imbis na mag-deposit sa atong bone, ang calcium, kina-excrete na nimo kay daghan na kay kagina-intake. Therefore, it will lead to your patient into mga osteoporosis or kanang mga bone problems. Okay. And in order na lang to compensate that, no, kanang to prevent mga osteoporosis, kinahanglan mong good si may protein pod, okay, in order to kanang ma-activate siya, siya class, kailangan mo intake po tag mga vitamin D along with your protein intake. Okay, para mas ma-deposit sa imuhang bone. And to prevent those problems like osteoporosis. Okay, next will be your nitrogen balance. Ang heto lang, punto lang nito, it means there is homeostasis. So, equivalent lang kung anong gi-intake mo na nitrogen. It should be also your excreted nitrogen output through in what process? Sa ihi nimo, sa feces, or the sweat in order to have nitrogen balance because we also referred our protein requirements based on the nitrogen balance. Okay. So, ano mangyayari pagka meron tayong negative N balance? Okay. This is indicates that ang protein natin nawala. Okay? Because maybe ang sabi dito there is starvation or suffering from stress such as burn, infection, fever, and breakdown of muscle cells. So, nawala si protein. Samantalang, pag positive naman, nitrogen balance, it occurs when ang nitrogen na to intake exceeds the amount. No? Dakan ato gi-intake na nitrogen comparing to the excreted, no? That we excrete. So, which indicates there will be a new tissue formation of this. For example, we will get this example as pregnant woman. Ang pregnant woman class, expected mataas yun na will be increased the protein demand. Nga naman, kay duha naman ang imuhang pakaunon, imong self, imuhang gidala na baby sa imuhang chan, right? So, it means, okay, you will have more intake, dapat sa imuhang, more intake of your protein. And dapat equal lang unta siya. If in case na mahitabo nga, di mo matanan ma-exit, there will be positive and balance of your nitrogen. I will send na lang the link of the protein digestion para makita ninyo sa YouTube on how it will be works during the digestion process. Do you have any question with the protein? Gusto ko lang i-clarify, yung disease, kung sabi ko disease, is sakit talaga. Like for example, yung mga muscle atrophy, muscle wasting, edema, fatigue, there are just the signs and symptoms that you will observe to your patient para ma-appreciate ninyo nga unsa din ng disease, no? And disorders. So, kato siya, inyong gipang mention ang uban sa aqua is mga symptoms to in the specific diseases. Okay, so ang mga sakit, like katong kwashiorkor, marasmus, nga to siya, ang mga sakit cancer, specifically what cancer, kailangan mo kayo, no? Okay, organ failure, siguro ang organ failure at the end of your, mostly at the end of your, when you will making your pathophysiology sa inyong schematic diagram, no, sa inyong case presentation, kasagaran sa inyong ipa-appreciate pa na sa inyong when you have a good prognosis or bad prognosis. So usually mugawas na si organ failure ba yung tubag organ failure, no, that can lead to death. Ana siya. Okay, so may question po ba? Okay, what kind of protein powder? Dili ko familiar sa mga protein powder. What is protein powder like? Hello. Kinamang na nag-chat sa ako, di ba daw? Okay. Healthy mag-take of protein powder. Anong protein powder? Kanang ginagamit sa gym. Okay. Okay na mo na siya ang karon na mga trend, no? Okay. So kinahanglan pod it will have a kanang prescription coming from your doctor. Magpa-prescribe jud mo. Why? Because there will be a kanagaling like kanang dapat ninyo i-check once you were taking with that. I think mao naman gud ang uso karon sa gym kanang mga protein kanang gina-intake ninyo, no? Ana siya. Pero kailangan mo consult mo sa inyong physician with that. Di po basta-basta mo intake. Why? Pasig taas na din mo creatinine. Creatinine, asa din ang creatinine gani class? So gani natong sa gani siya para asa gina na laboratory workup kanang creatinine. Anyone? O sige, di ba? Basi madaot na yung kidney. Then, I will not say that that is really kanang legit pag dili jud gikan sa inyong prescribe sa inyong doktor. Okay? Okay, so wala ko kabalo kung safe ba siya for you because that is the trend. Ana siya. Okay po, ma'am. So, may mag-work po ba yung protein shake, ma'am? So, make sure lang ang inyong gikuhaan is no kanaganing legit with DFA, no acceptable sa DFA. Okay, I'm not sure if that's okay, but most of with the other manggod na nagahatag sila mga protein supplement like katong mga shake actually. Okay? Naga-prescribe sila just a supplement to meet the required protein. Yun lang din yung sa akin kapag magpalit mo, make sure legit siya, dili siya katong nakita-o lang nato sa Facebook, no? Kanang karon manggod nagkana naga makita sa tong mga pages ba. So murag makainganyo kaayo, make sure lang jud na legit jud siya, dili siya maka-cause noon sa inyo o problem in the future. Ha? Yun lang. Okay. Yung mga proteins, like for example, vegetarian ka, di man ka mukaon. So, ang ilang kinabuhat sa vegetarian, kay nagkakaon sila ng mga different food that will be have interaction that will provide a protein. No, kana mag-interact ang pagkaon bala kaon sa lahing pagkaon that it can produce protein. So mo na siya ilang ginabuhat, then they will also add mga supplement just to maintain or achieve the required protein sa ilang requirements in a day. Yung ginagawa nila. Basta legit lang, dili na maka-harm. And with the prescription na lang jud sa inyong physician, kay para safe lang jud mo. Okay, do you have any question pa? Yes, wala na nag-chat. Thank you for the question. Okay, ito lang, meron pa akong isa. Okay, thank you. Okay, the last topic would be your lipids. So, dili kompleto ang CPF kung walay F, no? Si fats. And that's your fats and lipids. Okay, so si fats na naman, meron siyang 1 gram. Sa 1 gram, meron siyang 9 calories. So, as you observe, no, murag ikadwaon pwede niya ikaduwaon si carbohydrates kay si carbohydrates kay 4 man. Same kay protein, 449 man na sila. So, in 1 carbohydrate, 1 gram of carbohydrates is equivalent to 4 kcal. So, sa iyaha, 9 calories iyahang ginahatag. So, and most of the time, itong mga lipid or fats, mga foods are expensive compared sa atong carbohydrates. Mas mahal sila. So, si lipids, they are compounds that are categorized with the following: si triglycerides, si phospholipids, at saka si esterol. So, si triglycerides, nabuo si triglyceride with the 3 fatty acids at saka si glycerol. Si glycerol naman, they are able to, they are water soluble. Ma-dissolve sila sa water compound. Okay. So, and since also, di ba, 3 fatty acid at saka glycerol si triglyceride. Okay. Okay. So, when we say fatty acid, no, isa sa components sa imuhang triglyceride, they are organic compounds with a chain of carbon atoms with hydrogen attached to the acid group. Okay. And at one end, differ in chain length and saturation. Yung chain length naman, it refers to the number of carbohydrates in fatty acid. Pasabot ani class, kapag more hydrogen atom, okay, attached siya sa imuhang kahit isang carbon atom. Okay? So, it means kapag daghan ka og hydrogen class, mas mahimong saturated ang imuhang fatty acid. Okay? So, kapag saturated atong fatty acid class, it means makataas og cholesterol. So tanawon mo ang mga food na taas o if there are presence of saturated fat. It means dili siya healthy sa imuha. Saturation refers to the chemical structure. Ito yung sabi ko, kapag daghan o number of hydrogen sa imuhang carbon, C is carbon na siya, sa imuhang fatty acid, mas saturated siya. Okay. According to saturation, so ang saturated fatty acid daw, so maraming H atom. Okay. Yung unsaturated fatty acid, so H atoms are, or hydrogen atoms are missing. Okay? So the degree of unsaturation of fatty in a fat influence the health of the body. So, naa siya relevant, no? In connection of your lifestyle or imong healthy living. So, imuhang unsaturated fatty acid class, na siya duha ka type, si mono o si poly. Pag mono isa, unsaturated fat, si poly, complex siya, daghan siya. So, example of your mono will be your olive oil, canola oil, avocado. Based on their physical characteristic, so hard and soft fats, kapag unsaturated fatty acid siya, so they are soft at room temperature and melt more easily. For example, mga chicken fat, they are less saturated and soft. Tapos, for example, vegetable oil, they are unsaturated. Okay? They are liquid at room temperature. Sa kabiling banda naman, foods that are containing high proportion na saturated fats, usually their characteristic is solid sila sa room temperature. So, baliktad food sila. So, regarding with the stability, so kapag saturated fat siya, mas dugay siya mapanos. Ang pupa naman, which is tinatawag na itong unsaturated fat, because they are complex, okay, they are easily get spoil. Okay? So, like for example, kanang mga businessmen, okay, in order to maintain their fats, consistency, lang stability, na asli kinabuhat para dili mapanos. They will use sealed airtight and refrigerator. Kumbaga, this is expensive one. No, dili siya katong common refrigerator nato sa balay. And they add antioxidant to compete for the oxygen and also to protect the oil. And their product will be undergone with the process of hydrogenation. Ano mangyayari pala pag it will be undergone with hydrogenation. Okay. So, yung trabaho niya, okay, for example, yung si polyunsaturated, like for example, si vegetable oil, polyunsaturated man siya class. So, himuon niya saturated fat. Okay? It will be undergone commercially, i-commercialize niya ba? So, it means maaga siya process niya. Okay? So, himuon niya gahi, no, at room temperature. So heto yung advantage na mas mataas yung shelf life niya, yung duration, increasing din yung solidity, no, yung magahi yung mga fats. What else? When partially hydrogenated vegetable oil, kung partial lang siya, it will become spreadable margarines. Medyo gahi lang, di ba? Like partial lang man siya. If you will be apply hydrogenation, so ang imuhang pie crust flakes, flaky and puddings creamy. So katong imuhang pie crust, medyo gahi siya. Okay, so ihapon siyang pwede niya ma-solid. Despite ang pudding nimo sa sulod is creamy gihapon. Okay, however, na siya disadvantage, especially in our health kapag mo-under ta o what do you call, we will undergone with hydrogenation, no? Okay, so kapag ang pupa mahimo siyang saturated fat, kay imbis healthy siya, so it means nagawala na ang imuhang essence sa imuhang healthy. Okay, di na siya for healthy. So, mo-increase na imuhang cholesterol, fatty acid, mas increase na. Okay, so triglyceride, mas mataas. Okay, if that will be, hydrogenation process will be done. So, according to essentiality naman, meron tayong ginatawag na EFA, that is your essential fatty acid. They cannot be made from the substance in the body and must be obtained from the food or from the diet. So, meron tayong ginatawag na omega-6. Si omega-6 at saka si omega-3, okay, class, they are good oil or good fats. So, sila ang belongs to the FUFA. Okay, which will help us, our body, especially from kanang good thing mostly, okay, they will help us, like for example, role in metabolism and disease prevention, and also kanang cover our hearts from any diseases. What else? Okay, the next is your phospholipids. We have only two category with your phospholipids, and that is your lecithin at saka yung cephalin nyo. So, these are found in the brain, bile, and nerve tissue and forms in all cells of the body. They are some circulated in the blood to combine with fatty metabolites, make phospholipid more to become a water soluble. Okay, then and the last will be your sterol. Okay? So, sa sterol, meron tayong tatlo. Okay? In order to activate the sterol, okay, atong cholesterol, kinahanglan po si vitamin D. Same with protein, di ba? Kinahanglan siya vitamin D supplement when once you will taking a protein, okay, para ma-activate siya sa imuhang calcium, sa imuhang bones. Si vitamin D naman, okay, they are precursor. Kailangan nato si vitamin D, okay, para ma-activate sa atong skin through, no, sunlight, magpa-init sa sa buntag. Okay, that is a good source of sunlight. Okay, so that will be, no, it can help your vitamin D and your sterol. So, first kind of your sterol will be your cholesterol. So most familiar sterol, right, and this is you're only in your animal derived foods containing significant amount of your cholesterol. So asa man yung daghan kay cholesterol? Kung kinsa ganahag mga laman loob, okay, class daghan og cholesterol dira. Okay, less source are the cheese and meat. Shellfish has more sterol but less in your cholesterol. So what else? This is the process. Hindi ko na lang yan i-elaborate. Okay. So, there are kinds of your cholesterol. So, kini si LDL ug HDL. Class, familiar ba mo ni LDL ug HDL? Asa ba ni siya makita? Have you tried checking the blood chemistry of your parents? Nagpalipid profile inyong patient, inyong parents or any client ba ninyo? Have you checked the LDL or HDL? No, I hope that you will really kanang look also the result. Okay, pag may kang LDL class, this is the low density lipoprotein. It means bad cholesterol siya. So, kapag taas ang LDL sa inyong client, so daghan siya og cholesterol deposit. So, most of the time, the physician will prescribe a mga anti-lipidemic medicines such as mga statin, mga rosuvastatin, atorvastatin, mo na siya mga statin. Pag HDL naman, they are good. Okay? They are good cholesterol. So, di mo problema kapag taas inyong HDL. Okay lang na ang LDL atong problema pag taas si LDL. Okay. When we say other type of your sterol is your ergosterol. This is coming from your plants, no? Cholesterol coming from the plant, and your calciferol is your fish liver oil. Okay. So that is, I think that is the function of your fat. First is to provide energy. So we have adipose tissue, the body fat, the body's fat, which consists of masses of fat storing cells. When there are surplus of energy, new fat cells are readily produced. So advantage sa daghang adipose tissue class, kay dili-dali tugnawon. Okay? So our breast, especially sa female, okay, composed of many adipose tissue. Okay, it's a natural oil in the skin. Okay, it helps nourish the hair and make it glossy. It insulates the body against extreme temperature. Hetong sabi ko, pag medyo gifted ta sa weight, so dili kayo ta dali matugnawan. No? Comparing to the kanang mga thin, mga pitit, mga payat. Okay. So, next, protect the body's vital organs from shock. Kasi kapag na-fast, hindi siya basta-basta like matroma ang atong organ. So, hard fat beneath each kidney. Soft fat is women's breast because it protects the mammary gland. It cautions against shock from heat and also cold. So these are examples of your foods rich in what called your monounsaturated fat. So yung avocado, so sa nuts, olive oil, canola oil, they are your monounsaturated fat rich food. Si omega-6 naman at saka omega-3, okay, there are examples, si omega-6, margarine, mayonnaise, So, make sure lang po, yung margarine is non-hydrogenated. Kapag ma-hydrogenated na siya in a process, mahimo na siya saturated fat class. So, omega-3 is the salmon. Okay? So, makita ninyo, salmon, tuna. So, mahal-mahal lang siya class. Expensive lang jud ang mga kanang mga omega-3, omega-6, medyo mahal lang jud sila price kaysa sa kanang mga saturated foods. Okay. Hard fatty acid. Okay, so oil niya, coconut, palm, dili kayo, di ba? Mas mahal mga canola oil as you compare. Okay. So bacon, butter, cheese, so they are high in saturated fat. Trans fat, these are fat that is seen mostly in the like mga pastries, mag-bake ka. Okay, so they are trans fat. So saturated fat, if you eat that, it means the effect of in your blood and your lipids, it will be increase tanan, increase si bad cholesterol, increase si LDL. Si mono naman, decrease siya. Okay, kay good man siya. So, si omega-3, aside sa imong LDL na mo-decrease po imong triglyceride. So, as you check the laboratory of your parents, sa imong lipid profile, daghan siya component of your cholesterol. May siya cholesterol, lipid profile, HCl, na triglyceride. So, daghan siya mga different kinds of sa imong lipid profile, sa imong with the blood chem. So, this will be what will happen no sa imuhang fats. So, once you will eat, okay, so, of course, atuang salivary gland, okay, mo secrete man na siya, no? So, in the base atong tongue, sa lingual, it secretes fat digestive enzyme. Okay? So, that enzyme, what we call it, your lingual lipase. So, ang iyang trabaho, anak class, is some hard fats begin to melt as they reach and based on the body temperature. Then after that, with the process that you have done with your mouth, you will go to your stomach. Okay? Most of the digestion will again happen to the mouth, stomach, and also your small intestine. So sa imong stomach class, your acid stable lingual lipase, no, katong imong enzyme. So ang iyang mahitabo dira first is split one bond of triglyceride to produce yung diglyceride at saka your fatty acid. The degree of your hydrolysis is slight for most fats but appreciable for milk fat. Then, your stomach, chumming action, mixes fat with water and acid. And after that, okay, so your gastric content, no? So, mag-produce naman siya. Okay, si stomach o enzyme, which is your gastric lipase. Kung sa carbohydrates is gastric amylase, this time, sa imong stomach, ang ginaproduce na enzyme is gastric lipase because this is about your lipid. Okay? Then after that, humana na siya dara process sa imong digestion, sa imong stomach, it will be go to your small intestine. So, the bile flows in from the liver and the gallbladder. Then, after that, the bile salt and your pancreatic lipase will emulsify fast to your monoglyceride para sa iyang absorption to absorb your glycerol at saka fatty acid. Then, once the absorption happens to your small intestine, it will be next to your large intestine, which is some fats and cholesterol are trapped in the fiber for excretion. Then after that, it will be excreted to your rectum. Okay. So these are the healthy oil. Okay. So flax oil, so avocado oil, olive oil, medyo mahal ni sila ng mga klaseng na mga oil. Okay, canola oil, peanut oil, coconut oil. Mas barato-barato ang coconut oil dire. What else? Walnut, sesame oil, and that's it. Okay, medyo, I think expensive ang sesame oil and walnut. So, and this ends with my slide and topic. Do you have any question? Oh my God, alas 3 na pala. Do you have any question? Okay. So, I guess it's already 2:59. Okay, 1 minute to go na lang sa akin. So, tomorrow, kindly study with your computation that we have discussed during our lab last week. So, we will have a quiz for tomorrow. Okay. So, Miss Santiago, kindly lead the prayer. Closing prayer, please. Ay, sorry. Wednesday. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, Wednesday pa rin tayo magkita. Okay, Cabriadas. Okay, you just message me. Okay, Miss Crea. Just PM me, Miss Cabriadas. Okay. Let us pray. Santiago ba yung tawag ko? Tama ba ko? Miss Santiago, kindly lead the prayer. Nawala man. Okay, kuha na lang. Okay, Miss Morsha, kindly lead the prayer.
Let us pray. Glory be to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, and now and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
Okay, goodbye and thank you, class.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ingat po kayo always.
You may leave the Zoom
Thank you po,
now.
ma'am.